Yeah, the thing that fascinates me is, and I experience it myself, is when you come here, it's devastating, and you're really broken when you get here, okay? But the nice thing about that is that your heart is extremely tender, and your heart is ready to hear about somebody who really does love you and who isn't going to kick you to the curb or whatever, the way the world often does. And so many people are in that position here.
God is speaking to you right now in a voice that you can understand. Might be through your circumstances, might have been through this word, might have been through His Spirit, might have been through somebody else on your pod, but He may be speaking to you this morning.
I believe now that anyone who comes into the Summit County Jail, it's imperative that you have to have a spiritual base, a spiritual foundation. Not only because it'll help while you're here, it'll help us when we leave here, especially if we have family. It'll help us be able to relate to our family, to our children, to be a benefit to the community more so than a hindrance. And I believe mentorship is very important because it keeps that bond of accountability.
Did you do your Bible study this week?
The really nice thing about the study was that it was not difficult. If you haven't been in the Bible your whole life, it can be intimidating, and you think, I don't know it, and I'm not going to know what it means, and it's going to be confusing, and I'm not smart enough to do this. But it's very simple. So you read what's on the sheet, you go look for the answer, and then you get to talk about that answer. And there's really no wrong answer.
I came in here from the streets, an addict, and I felt that I lost hope. And once I started going to the Bible study classes and doing the Bible study with my mentor, Mr. Cox, I started getting a calm and a peace and an understanding of the things that I need to do in order to change my life to be a much better person.
After you do that, then give me a hot dog, change to the chili.
Okay, a hot dog with what on it?
John has it.
Okay.
Cheese
Here's
and chili.
Okay, not your cheese
Hot
and
dog,
chili.
yeah.
John provided me employment here. And through that, I was able to get an apartment. I have a vehicle now. I'm able to get around. I go to a lot of my meetings that I attend, and I attend church regularly. Yeah. Popcorn.
Almost half of every inmate that's released from prison, almost half of those will be back in prison within 2 years. Our recidivism rate of those that have gone through the Urbane Cafe is like 2%, 3%, because they have somebody investing in their lives.
The mission of the cafe is to help those that's coming out of incarceration or coming over addictions, that make you employable, to give you job training. At the same time, like I said, not only for me, but for the whole staff, I'm a support system to my staff. And being able to be a boss where they could come and talk to, I have empathy, I listen, I understand, because we all come from the same walk. We all rebuilding our lives.
It costs $25,000 on an annual basis to house an inmate in the Ohio Penitentiary, any of the penitentiaries. That's an average. Some are more, some are less, depending on level of security. And so Broken Chains Ministry exists to come alongside the judicial system here in Summit County. We've been deeply entrenched in the Summit County Jail. I've been there for 16 years. And what we want to be able to do is act on the side of restorative justice. And what I mean by restorative justice is that we don't interfere with what the court system is doing, but we want to help to restore men and women after they've served their sentence back to a faith relationship, back to a relationship with their families, and then also back being useful in the community.
Freedom is being able to wake up and say thank you, Jesus, without being in bondage. Freedom is knowing that I can, walk outside my house, freedom is not having the stigma or an addiction, or freedom is God. Freedom is love. Freedom is peace. Freedom is joy. That's what freedom is.